Having an argument with your fearful avoidant partner can feel a little chaotic, even in the silence. Because the silence after a fight with a fearful avoidant is not the same as the silence you get from a dismissive avoidant. From the outside, it looks almost the same, but inside, the fearful avoidant, something entirely different is happening. And understanding what's actually happening during that silence changes everything about how you handle it. Let's talk about how fearful avoidants respond to conflict. Most avoidants, when a fight happens, withdraw. Let's take a dismissive avoidant, for example. They tend to withdraw because their emotional system actually powers down. They create distance and find real relief inside it. The coldness is genuine. A fearful avoidant experiences things differently. Fearful avoidant attachment develops when the earliest caregiving environment was simultaneously the source of comfort and the source of fear. Warmth and threat arriving from the same person so often that the two became fused together. So a fearful avoidant enters a fight already running two contradictory drives, a pull toward closeness and a terror of it at the same time. They don't just withdraw, they oscillate. They want to come back, and they can't. They're not ignoring you. They're caught in the middle of their own nervous system. Here's what the 72 hours after a fight typically look like for a fearful avoidant. Day 1, they start building a case. The argument doesn't stay in the present tense. Their brain starts pattern matching, pulling up older memories, applying them to everything that came before. A moment from 6 months ago that meant nothing suddenly feels like a data point. They aren't consciously rewriting history. It feels to them like finally seeing clearly. Underneath all of it is shame. And shame that intense goes underground fast. So the rewrite builds itself on top of it as insulation. Day 2. They've written and deleted 4 texts. They pick up the phone to reach out and put it back down because they don't know what to say. And not knowing feels like evidence it would go badly, which feels like evidence the relationship is broken, which triggers withdrawal again, which eases slightly, which brings the urge to reach out back up, round and round. They might post an Instagram story. Don't read that as indifference. They're managing themselves in small, controllable ways because the relationship, the big thing, has become completely unmanageable. Day 3. It goes one of 2 ways. Either they reach out, probably with something low stakes and slightly sideways, a casual message that seems to ignore what happened. That's not avoidance. That's them testing whether the door is still open before they commit to walking through it. Let them in. Don't immediately reopen the argument. The repair comes before the conversation. Or the rewrite completes. The story solidifies and the silence changes quality. Less turbulent, more settled. That's a different situation and needs a different approach entirely. If you're the anxious partner in this dynamic, everything in you will want to send the message that finally says the right thing and makes the silence stop. This urge can sometimes inspire you to send multiple messages. If you really want to reach out, it's best to send just one message, not 5. Send something that says you're there when they're ready, but doesn't demand anything immediately. And then stop. Let the silence do the work you can't do for them. It is harder than chasing. It is also the only thing that actually works. A link to the full deep dive on this is in the description. It is free to read. It goes a lot deeper into each of those 3 days.